Hey, it's Copper Carver, and today we're doing the unboxing of the LecFlow LED Pixel display. So not long ago, I did my first Pixel Light, which was actually the Govee Pixel Light, which I ended up loving tremendously. It's had some problems here and there, but there have actually been a lot of updates. One that actually just came out a couple days ago, which fixed some of the issues that I did have with it. With this being the first Pixel Light I ever got, I was super excited to get an email from this company. They're like, hey, would you like to check out our Pixel Light? And of course, I am super excited to check it out. Now, one of the first things I've noticed is that it has minimal bezels, which I know was kind of a complaint about the Pixel Light. A lot of people didn't like the bezels on there. So I am excited to have one that has minimal bezels. I probably will do like a small comparison, just holding up the size, since I do have a huge Govee fan base. But yeah, from what I understand, this is 10 by 10 inches. It's about $110. Apparently there is an app. Just Googling and looking for the app, I couldn't figure out what it was, but I'm sure that there's some information in here. But yeah, let's go ahead and open it up. All right, so right on top, there's just a little message that's like, hey, thank you for your purchase, you know, things like that. It's kind of nice to have. Right here, I bet you this is the plug. Real finicky kind of box. Now, something that is really cool is this can be powered by USB, so I'm super excited about that. It looks like the end that goes into the actual Pixel display is USB-C, and this has just like a regular USB in, but I'm sure you can do USB-C to USB-C. I can probably test that out, but we got the black cord right here. You know what? Let's go ahead and see how long it is. If this isn't long enough for you, or it's too long for you, then you can easily change it out with a different one. Yeah, say this is like 3 feet or something like that. But nonetheless, you can change this out with a different one. And then here we go right here, the actual Pixel Light itself. But first, hold on. So we do have the little manual right here. Goes over instructions. Okay, there is a QR code for the app, so I'm going to do that here in a bit. Apparently you can't put GIFs and alarms, and it does keep like live scores on weather and stuff like that. But Pixel 64, I guess that's the name of it. Oh wow, this actually feels heavy, which I really like. All right, let's see here. Here we go. Man, oh wow. Okay, this must be the stand. Look at that. All right, on the front cover there is a lot of bubbles on it right now, but there is a plastic cover. But here it is right here. This feels nice. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels very nice. Here's the back. Wow. Okay. You know what? And there's supposedly something for a stand on the back. Yeah, right there. And then you can set it up. Look at that. But there's also a little hole on the back so you can mount this. And it also has a little insert for you to put the stand so you don't lose that. So that's nice. The USB is at the bottom right there. I actually love that because that means that you can mount it on the wall and the cord will come straight down and it won't push out. Let's look at the size difference real quick between this one and the Govee one. Wow. Okay. Here's the size difference. Quite the difference. That low key makes me excited to wonder if I can do like bigger GIFs on here. Look at that. Wow. That's like about half the size. Okay. And this is their big one. All right, let's put this away. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's turn this on, get the initial power up reaction, and then I'll screen record connecting it to the app. We'll kind of scroll through that, and then we'll take a look at some shots of it. Okay. Actually, I have a little power bank. This is actually an awesome product I got. This can charge a cell phone so freaking quick, and a laptop and other things. You know what? So let's plug this in here. This should be enough power to turn it on right away. Oh yeah, clean screen. I didn't see a remote or anything with it. Let's plug this in. Okay, it's plugged in. There it goes. Oh wow, okay. Wow, there's so many tiny pixels. Okay. So right away, it looks like it just goes to this scene. Oh, it's scrolling through. Is that Zelda? Not Zelda, Link. Wow, okay, so I guess we're getting like a little demo of a bunch of different effects here. Guys, I'm honestly gonna say this looks great. The amount of pixels, and they're so tiny. The amount of pixels on here makes such a vast difference of what it's able to do. Holy moly. I was trying to find information on like how many pixels it had, because whenever I opened up the Govee one, it was like, this is how many pixels it has. 64 by 64 version. I'm not quite sure what that means. I apologize, but it looks like that there is a lot of pixels on here. Let's go ahead and see about connecting this to the app, and then I have some really cool GIFs that I really want to put on here. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so I found the app called i.matrix, and after downloading it, yeah, here is the app interface. On device connection, it did pop up right here, so I just have to do the slide bar with connect. After that, it did have me connect to Wi-Fi, but of course I'm going to skip that. Yeah, here's the app. It seems fairly simple. I'm just clicking through some of the things, just trying to learn about all of this. I'll admit I recorded my initial reaction to this and the audio didn't catch. So this is me going through it for the first time, checking things out, but me talking right now, I've already kind of had some time with it. But yeah, it has clock, lamp light, light effects, my materials, different things like that. Right here are a bunch of the different scenes. Guys, there is so many scenes. I am honestly overwhelmed with how many they are. They're super cool. Now there's two different ways to look at them. There's this way, which you kind of scroll through and see kind of one at a time. The only thing is whenever you scroll through this way, every time you get to them, it changes to that one. But here's the quicker way where you can scroll through them a little bit faster. And I could have scrolled through this so much longer. The sending that you're seeing is every time you scroll over one of the images, it like automatically sends to the Pixel Light. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish you had to like click like and apply or something like that, but whenever you scroll through them on the closer one, it automatically sends it, which can make it take a longer time to scroll through. So it's better to scroll through this way right here. So you even got some memes on here with the dog banging the drum and everything like that. We have daily, we have festival, we have expression, we have creativity, and honestly under each topic, guys, there's so many scenes. Like I'd say like 50 in each one, maybe more. I didn't personally count it, but I will say it honestly has a lot more variety than the Govee Pixel Light, which is crazy to me, but I absolutely love it. So feel free to pause and take a look at any of these. I'm also pretty sure that there's one with a girl shaking her naked booty. I won't show that on here, but yeah, just just some different ones on here. Yeah. Some cool Game Boy ones and stuff like that. Some from, I think I saw Fall Guys or whatever that one game is called. But yeah, I'm just going to scroll through some of these. But anyways, there is a music mode, which is what you're hearing right here. You can apply your own music, and apparently you can do mic pickup from your phone. So yeah. Very cheesy music. Yeah, there's even like a dancing guy that'll react to the music. It's actually kind of funny. See, here's access to the microphone that you can choose, and there's different effects like that, so that's really cool. Of course, you can change the brightness. You can do upside down, which is really cool because if you mount it and you need the cord to go up instead of down, you can tell it that it's upside down and it'll flip it. But yeah, like I said, it's an easy looking app, but you're about to see some of the big issues that I had with it.
Oh my.
Okay, so after playing around with the app and actually learning how to upload my own images and things like that, I can honestly say that I really enjoy this Pixel Light. Now, there are some glaring problems as far as the app goes. Probably the biggest issue I've had, and it's honestly very annoying, is I don't know how to leave it on. an image, how to leave it on a GIF. What I mean is if I scroll through and I select something that I want it to be, like I scroll through the menu, let's say I select a Zelda GIF. Well, I'll select it, I'll click on it, and it turns to it. But as soon as I go back to the main menu, boom, switches off, and it goes to something else. And what's really weird is I don't know why it goes to that something else. And what I mean is, yesterday, whenever I was playing around with it, I'd switch it to an image, and every time I click on something else, like just the menu or to even look at different images, it would go to this Halo GIF that I made. It would always go back to it. Well, today it keeps going back to the clock, and I don't know why. And earlier it kept going back to this like fire GIF that I had, and I don't know why. So it's like I can go through the menu and select a GIF, but as soon as I like leave that menu, it switches to something else. And it's so annoying, and I don't know why. I'll admit, this Pixel Light, I love the simplicity of the bezel. I love the quality of how it looks. It looks great. But as a quick example, I'm gonna click on this like Halo one right here. So I'm on this Halo one. You can see I'm right here, but I'm gonna go back to the menu. I click back. Why did it switch to that? Why did it switch to that? I'm just at the menu. Like, that's it. And I cannot find anything. Like, I'll click on something. Like, I'm clicking on this, like, Gundam mech looking one. And the options that I have are download to device, which I've done, delete, or there's like a little edit thing. And all you really do on there is change the speed. But watch this. I'm going to go back to the menu. Back to that. It's frustrating. So what I've done is the only way to leave it on something that I want to leave it on is by flat out exiting out of the app. Like, watch this. So I'm going back to that Gundam one. Now, if I exit the app, quit it out, it stays on it. So, but if I go back into the app, I've never actually tried this back to back. I go back into the app. I'm on the menu. It's staying on it. Oh, well. Something else that's really weird is that whenever you open the app, it like reconnects. It's not like always connected to your phone. That might be normal, but I open up the app, it connects, and it switches to this. Like, company, if you're watching this, can you please like either lay this out to me, and I'm gonna let the users know it. But this should be user friendly. I mean, the menu looks nice, but it shouldn't switch off after selecting something. I'm gonna try it one more time after resetting the app. So I put it on there. I'm going back to the menu, back to that. I don't know. Yeah, you can set a playlist, and I can click on that playlist and it'll do it. But if I leave it, then yeah, stop. So anyways, that's just some things to know. But let me actually let y'all take some closer look at some of the scenes. I will say the scenes are great. They're awesome. Now, I'm not going to compare it directly to a lot of the Govee Pixel like specs to this one, but I will say the frame rate on this one is slower than the Govee one. However, and I can't see it on their website. They need to put it on their website. I don't know the pixel count on this. I know the pixel count on the Govee one, but the website doesn't have the pixel count. But I'm pretty sure it's more because the pictures do look really clear. Something else that's awesome is that I've learned that you're able to upload longer GIFs at higher quality to this one. If you go to CapCut and you've screen recorded some of your favorite TV show, you can actually create GIFs. On the Govee one, if I did a high quality one, I can only play for maybe 7 seconds. I'd have to go lower quality if I wanted to play more. But on this one, I could do like the 10 to 20 seconds on the high quality one, which is nice. Now it's not as smooth because this one's at 30 frames, and I couldn't find the frame rate on this on their website. I'd guess that this is like 20 or 24. I mean, it still looks good. Anyways, I'm gonna go through some of the built-in pixel sets on here, which honestly there's a lot, and it's awesome. And I don't know if they have like copyright things, because you know, the Govee one, they don't have like flat out Mario and things like that. They'll have things that look like Mario that are built into the phone, but this has stuff from Cartoon Network, Mario, like Nickelodeon shows. So I guess they have permission for all that. But anyways, let's take a look at a couple of the GIFs, and then you'll get some of my last thoughts on this. So ultimately, I like this Pixel Light a lot. I do. Now, it's only the second one I've ever seen, but coming from the Govee one, which I absolutely did love, it's neat to have something different that's so minimalist, that is 1x1 or 10x10. So it's this square. It seems to have quite a few pixels. The app, you would think it's simple. It looks easy on the eyes. It does seem easy to navigate. But how the heck do I have it stay on one? How do I have it stay on an image? How the heck do I have it stay on a GIF? That's a huge issue. Now, I don't think it should make you stay away from buying this, because it is great. It is awesome. And honestly, once you select an image or a playlist, just cancel out of the app, and then it'll stay that way. But hopefully in the company watching this video and me emailing them and telling them about the issue, hopefully that's something that they can fix. I figured out the button on the side. I don't know, sometimes it just does random things like this, but maybe that's something that I go in and change. Sometimes whenever I turn it on, so I'm gonna hold it to turn off, and I just turn it on, it says on, it automatically goes to this. It doesn't go onto the last thing I had it on, which means essentially every time I turn it on, I have to go to the app, which is kind of annoying. I wish it would just automatically go to the last thing I had it on. So, but that's easily something that can be changed with an update, so I'm hoping they do. But overall, guys, I do like this Pixel Light. I want to say it's only for $110, but I am going to put an affiliate link in the description where you can get a percentage off, which would also help me out, so please check that out. I'm hoping to do a direct comparison between this and the Govee one, because I know that that was a real popular one, and it's always nice to see more options. But anyways, guys, this has been Copper Carver. I appreciate y'all coming by and checking out this Pixel Light with me.